Guys, what's up? I'm here in my garage with my two Lamborghinis, and no, I'm not. I'm here in my bedroom. It's Mike D from Second Form Strength, back with another video. I'm gonna try and make this a bit shorter. It's something I just had in my head. Spiritmaxxing. A lot of us nowadays, we kind of look to just getting rich quick, to getting money quick. What's the quickest way we can get an online income? What's the quickest way we can generate and start making 20k, 50k a month? How can I do a drop shipping course that'll make me 100k a month? I want to be a millionaire by the time I'm 3 years old. As soon as I come out of the fetus, I want to be a millionaire, right? But I mean, what does that really get you? If you look at a lot of people, there are a lot of people that they're very rich. You can see it. They've got a lot of money, a lot of wealth, a lot of assets, physical, material assets. Butlers. They've got all the healthcare, all the services they could ever need. Obviously, never have to worry about rent or any of those things, right? But when you look at them as people, it's like they're weak, they're withered. Their spirit is like, there's that saying where it's like, you can be rich in your pockets and poor in spirit, something along those lines. But there are plenty of people that are like that. They have a lot of money, but their character, maybe not even character, but yeah, a bit, for some of them, their character, their personality, their spirit, is just gone. It's dead. Because really, when you think about it, you can work a job and you can make a bunch of money, and on the outside it looks like you've got it all. You've got the money, you've got the wealth, ideally the place you live in, you've got the ideal house, big mansion, you don't never have to worry about rent and all these things, like I said. You would think that you've got it all, but a lot of those time those people are extremely stressed. They've got so many different problems and things they have to solve and people they have to pay and things to juggle. They don't actually have more time than the average person working a 9 to 5. They actually probably have less. The only thing is they have more money. So yeah, sure, they could choose to go, take a holiday or these things, but some of them have gotten themselves so deep in terms of how many people rely on them that they can't actually do those things. Because if they were to leave or just sell something, instantly so many people are losing their jobs, and they've got all these problems that normal 9 to 5 people don't even have to think about, right? So I do believe that just having money isn't the key here, because a lot of the people that make there are people that make a lot of money and have time and freedom, which is, I think, what we all want ideally. Really, we're not even, when we talk about wealth and making a bunch of money, the main motive behind it is, well, we'll have a bunch of money, so really that gives us freedom, and it also gives us control over our time, which is like the greatest freedom of all, because time is the most valuable asset, right? But in order to get time and be in control of your time, you don't necessarily need to be making 20, 50k a month, even like 10k a month. I mean, realistically, you could make 6k a month doing something that you love, working minimal hours. Let's say you work 4 to 5 hours a day. Maybe it's something online, something remote, and you then have all this free time to spirit max, to really work on your personal growth and character development, which I think is the greatest way to then give value out into the world and earn money, actually doing what you enjoy doing. And when you actually enjoy doing what you actually enjoy doing, what actually aligns with you, when you're really spirit maxing, like I'm saying here, and following the voice inside, the spirit, I feel like your potential is limitless, really, as long as you keep following that path. Because I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like, I feel like I'm on that path right now. I've given my job a month's notice, and that was a week ago. So I've got 3 weeks left of it. April 19th, I won't have a job. I don't have any savings. I have about 3,000 in debt. And I've always worked minimum wage jobs my whole life. The only thing I've ever done right is that whenever I felt like a job wasn't for me, I've left it. And as a result of that, I've worked a lot of different jobs. I've experienced a lot of different industries in terms of like, or roles and people and situations, to the point where I kind of know what energies I want to be around and what ones I don't. Whereas I feel like if you're someone that just goes the straight and narrow route, and you just stick to the one career, or you just stick to the one job that you know, and you never take risks, or you never leave when your spirit isn't in it, and you're only listening to the money, and you only finance max, you're not spirit maxing, where do you really end up at the end of the fucking day? Like, you and me are both going to end up in coffins. The difference is that the path I'm following, at least I'm going for what I wanted to go for, and I'm following my calling. And there's a lot of people that aren't, and they may have richer pockets, but at the end of the day, maybe they get richer quicker. Maybe, you know, I mean, I'll be 31 next month. Maybe these people, yeah, they get richer quicker, but I'm playing the long game. I'm working on myself. You know, I don't know if you guys have heard of the analogy of there's a person, there's two people cutting like a log, and one person is using a dull axe, and, well, two people, they're both using dull axes, right? And they both have access to a sharpening tool to sharpen their own blades. But one person just chooses through brute force just to chop through this massive, let's say it's a mile long log, chopping through it mile long with this dull axe. He's not bothering sharpening it because he's just trying to use blunt effort, just going mindlessly at it. Whereas the other person, he's sharpening his own blade. And eventually that blade is getting sharp. It's transforming. Now it's turning into a what? Like a lightsaber, like a futuristic alien sword. This thing's got energy glowing off it, right? Like, do you see what I'm saying? And this dude, he spent the last year sharpening his blade. So this dude that's hacking with the dull blade, yeah, he's quite far ahead, but he's still got a while to go, right? He thinks he's further ahead than he is because he's mindlessly going. He's not actually looking at it going, I may need to sharpen my blade. So in essence, this man now that's sharpened that blade, he cuts through that log in fucking a minute. You know what I mean? It might have taken him a year to sharpen it. He might not have made any progress in that year along the log. So people on the outside are looking at this other dude going, what's this other dude doing? Why isn't he moving? But he is. He's sharpening his blade. He's working on his skills. In a sense, he's spirit maxing. He's working on himself. So then he can give that out into the world. I mean, we've all heard the expression, you really can't fill anybody else's cup when yours is empty. And I feel like the problem with people chasing money is they're not focused on filling people's cups, really. They're focused on taking from people's cups. Like, they've got a full cup in a sense. They could choose to fill it, choose to fill, like, use and fill some of other people's cups with what they've got, but they don't. They want more. Whereas I don't think I ever want to go that route. Like, of course I want money. Of course I know money's important. Of course I'd like to have a nice living, but I only want that if it's from what I'm following for myself. I don't want to just work in 9 to 5s because it's what everybody else thinks I should be doing. When I've done it long enough, I feel like, and people are going to disagree. People that are 50, 60, 40 even that are watching this are going to go, well, mate, I've worked in this. I'll be honest, man, I don't care. That's cool. That's your path. If you've done that, awesome. Good on you. But you chose to do that. And as a result, you had security. But also as a result, you didn't take the risks. You didn't find out what could have been. I'm not going to have security. I may end up in some really difficult spots. But I will know what could have been because I'm going to go there. Don't be mad because I'm choosing to do that. I mean, I'm not forcing it on anyone else. It's crazy how some people get angry at you almost like you're doing something to them, when it's like, I'm not doing anything to you. I'm following what I want to do. So Spirit Max, really, for you, I think, you know, for me, this is where it comes into the body transformation too. It starts with the body, guys. Go look back at my previous videos if you want some inspiration. And look at me now. We can't really see from here, but you can see in some of the thumbnails I've made a transformation, an impressive one, and I know how I can do it for you too. And I know if you're watching this, you might be thinking the same way I'm thinking, but you might feel like you don't trust yourself enough and you don't have the confidence you need. You look in the mirror and you don't like yourself. You tell yourself a story that you can't get out of it, that you're always destined to be in the place that you are. But you're not. You're not. And I know you're not, because I'm getting out of it myself. And if you don't want my help right now, that's fine. Just watch the videos and you'll see more proof. But I'd love to help if you do. You can message me. Second Form Strength on Instagram. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to call this one for now, guys. Until tomorrow, I hope you all have a good one. Peace.